You are listening to the EVP Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of the EVP Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, the Shogun of Riverton, Ghosty.
And I'm Beaker.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm not a Shogun.
You like this kimono?
Sure. It's got dragons on it. That's fun.
I'm bringing this in the style.
Okay.
All summer long, it's the summer of the kimono.
Alrighty. I'm going to wear a sundress.
You should.
Not today.
Or a muumuu. You can wear a muumuu.
I would have to buy one.
I'll order you one.
Okay. It's got to be sundress. I don't want a muumuu.
Okay.
I got to look hot. Not like I'm a circus performer.
Right, you want your shoulders showing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Got to show off those ginger shoulders.
Those little freckles. Got to show off those freckles.
All those souls that I've stolen over the years.
Each freckle is a soul.
And there's a lot of them, so.
Oh, speaking of stolen souls, today's episode is going to be pretty nuts.
Is it?
Yeah. So, have you heard about all these scientists and researchers disappearing or ended up dead?
I've heard a couple of people talk about them, but I don't know a whole lot about what's going on.
So, this has been getting kind of crazy. A lot of weird UFO stuff has been happening. A lot of disclosures, a lot of files are getting released about UFO and that they're real, and the technology that they have that we've been reverse engineering. A whole lot of stuff, but just the tip.
I did see the article that I sent you and DVO with Trump even coming out and saying that files on UFOs have been released.
Mm-hmm.
So even the White House is like, yep.
Yeah, and apparently, so the presidents are only on a need-to-know basis, and so they've been left out of the loop, and they haven't been told about all this stuff. But like even this one senator, Burchett, this Republican senator, he's been coming out and talking about what they've been debriefed on. And he's like, this is some scary stuff. I don't even want to tell my family.
Is it that scary though?
Or
is it just like a way to hype? Or is this like the Hollywood hype thing? Like, oh, it's so scary.
So scary.
So people are going to want to be fascinated.
I think this is what it's going to come down to. Either being fascinated or being scared. You
can be both.
Can be.
We've covered this.
Yes.
On Hans Holzer episode. I believe I have it on TikTok.
I believe we have whole segments of people being scared and fascinated.
You can be scared and fascinated. I've even gone back and renamed some old episodes to Scared and Fascinated.
Which they should have been in the beginning. So thank you. So let's get talking about these weird disappearances and or killings and or suicides.
Well, let's be honest. I don't think they're suicides.
Of course not. So between 2022, this is kind of when it all started. More than a dozen scientists and researchers connected to NASA nuclear laboratories, aerospace programs, and advanced physics either died or disappeared. Some cases have clear explanations, others still don't, but several of them share strange details that have fueled speculation and drawn the attention of investigators and even Congress. So let's go through the cases and the unusual circumstances, shall we?
Okay.
All right.
Do we have a choice?
Nope. You just start with that one.
Sounds good. Oh, you want me to start?
Yep.
All right. So apparently, first up, we got someone named Ning Li. Her field of search was gravity research. Some of the strange details surrounding this, after publishing papers on superconductors and gravity effects, she suddenly stopped publishing research. She reportedly received Department of Defense funding shortly before disappearing from academia. For nearly 2 decades, she had almost no public scientific presence. She died in 2021. There was no foul play reported, but her long disappearance from the public scientific community is often considered unusual.
All right, so this is a crazy one because this lady has YouTube videos out there, a bunch of reels and stuff. Her field is, and her name is Amy Eskridge. Her field is exotic propulsion research.
Not to be confused with the erotic propulsion research.
Not the erotic one, which there's that propulsion and there's the exotic propulsion. She publicly stated that advanced propulsion discoveries were being suppressed. Friends said she believed people were trying to sabotage her research career. Shortly before her death, she reported harassment and professional pressure. Her death was ruled a suicide in 2022, but she had a lot of videos out there stating that she was being followed, being harassed. So one of her videos, she's talking about there's this tall European man who has been following her and her husband. Anytime they go anywhere, this person leaves their place that's right across from theirs and looks straight at theirs, and they follow them everywhere they go. And one day, her and her husband was talking about, should we go out there and get the license plate and report it? And she said maybe 5 minutes later, he walks out of his place, goes and undoes his license plate, puts a new one on, comes back, and then leaves his license plate out in the open, like for them to see it and get the numbers.
Interesting.
And she would talk about they would try to send these radio or microwaves through the window at her while she's working from home, where it would burn her hands that were exposed, that the blinds, you know how like when the sun's hitting the blinds and there's like lines of cracks. Yeah. So where those cracks of light were coming through and hitting her hands, it was like burning, instant burn, and it would be like red sunburns there.
Sort of like a radiation,
mm-hmm.
Which I guess microwave is a form of radiation.
Right,
So.
and it was getting shot at her through her window.
Interesting.
And then they were like planting words, and a lot of people had talked about they're hearing voices in their head telling them to kill themselves or.
Oh, that's just normal depression.
Right? But yeah, it's happening to
or demonic possession.
Demonic possession.
These scientists were all possessed.
But yeah, so and she talks about how, you know, she's not trying to die or anything, but she knows that something was after her, and her death was ruled as a suicide in 2022.
Okay. Next up, we got Michael David Hicks. His employer was NASA, and he worked on the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Some of the strange details around him. He died suddenly in 2023. The official cause of death was never publicly released, which fueled a lot of speculation online. He had worked for NASA for over 2 decades on the asteroid detection and planetary defense missions.
Whoa. All right, so...
Wow.
Wow. 2 decades. Wow. Planetary defense missions, though. Did you realize what you just said?
Planetary defense missions. Well, yeah, obviously we're defending our planet.
From who?
Well, from, I believe, E.T.
Oh. All right.
We don't want him coming and phoning home.
Next, we have Frank Mywald. He's a NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory guy. That's where he worked.
So he also worked in the same area as Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
He died within a year of Hicks, actually. And like Hicks, the cause of death was not widely disclosed publicly. Because both worked at the same facility, conspiracy discussions often group their deaths together.
No, that would make sense. I was kind of thinking the same thing as you're reading this. Like, they both worked in the same project, right? Same area, maybe on the same project. They both died within a year of each other.
Mysteriously.
I think it's weird that, like, so the first two, you have a ruled suicide and you have a death where no foul play was reported, but it seems like they were reported, like they were publicly known deaths, where these other two here, kind of hush hush, it seems like,
Yeah.
which is a little weird, a little odd.
Very, very.
So I can see why it would spark speculation amongst online communities that there's some definitely foul play going on here.
You're up.
Oh, next we've got Joshua LeBlanc, not related to Matt LeBlanc, I don't think. I have no idea. His employer was the NASA Marshall Space Flight Center. Some of the strange details regarding his disappearance or death. This is one of the strangest cases on this list. His phone and wallet were left at home, which family said was extremely unusual. Now, this one I heard of. Mm-hmm. Someone talked to me about this one. I can't remember who. His Tesla was later found crashed and completely burned. The body inside was burned beyond recognition, which I'm pretty sure probably wasn't him. Identification required forensic confirmation, which, I mean, I think it would be possible. Like, if you stole a body from the morgue to, like, remove teeth or whatever they did.
Yeah.
maybe planted DNA. I don't know.
But if they did it in a Tesla, there's going to be like that extreme fire burning that's going to just melt away and just disintegrate them. Yeah.
Vehicle data showed that the car sat at the airport for hours before driving rural roads shortly before the crash. He worked on the nuclear propulsion for spacecrafts. This one, yeah. Who leaves? When's the last time you left home without your phone or wallet?
Right.
Like on purpose. I'm assuming it would be on purpose, right? Because I mean,
if you're going to forget something, it's going to be either one or the other.
Right. Because the last time I did that, I was on the phone with Brandy. Bing.
Ding.
But I got to where I was at the bar I was going to, which is stupid of me. I went to a bar and I left my wallet and ID at home. But I had my phone because I was on the phone complaining to her about it. Like, hey, I forgot my wallet. So yeah, I agree with you. It's one or the other. It's never both.
Yeah, unless it's intentional. So most likely he was abducted from his home, taken to the airport.
Or he was planning on committing suicide, but still, like, I mean, how hot would the Tesla have to burn?
I guarantee, like, you're right. I guarantee that wasn't his body.
Person, right? I think it was somebody else. He went
to the airport, most likely got flown somewhere, and then someone took his car somewhere, threw a dummy body in there. Or
he staged his own death and went into hiding.
But why is he at the airport?
For confusion? I don't know.
Too many things.
So maybe he hired somebody to sit at the airport. Like he flew, like maybe he got on a plane and went somewhere into hiding and he hired somebody that was like, you know what? I don't want to live anymore. And he's like, perfect. You could be my stand-in dead body.
I don't believe it.
I'm the one going with the conspiracy theory, which is very unusual. You're going to shoot it down? Maybe he is in hiding.
No, I think he's either flying a spacecraft against his will.
Okay.
Or he's dead somewhere, but not here.
I don't think he's dead.
Maybe he's flying a spacecraft.
Let's do that one.
Okay.
I think he's flying a spacecraft.
So next we got Nuno Loreto. He was working for the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He was murdered. So this was not an accident or suicide. The attack appeared targeted, though authorities did not link it to his work. His research involved fusion energy and plasma physics.
Anything else?
No, nothing else on him.
Okay. Next, we've got Carl Grillmar. Employer was the California Institute of Technology. Some of the strange details Some of the strange details regarding this case is he was shot and killed at his home. The murder shocked the astrophysicist community because he had no known conflicts or known enemies. His research focused on mapping the structure of the Milky Way.
Huh.
That just seems very random. Like, I'm assuming this wasn't like a robbery gone wrong because there's nothing in here about reported things missing.
Okay, this one was a really strange one. This one, her name's Monica Jacinto Reza. She worked for NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So she disappeared while she was hiking in the Angeles National Forest. Despite extensive search efforts, no trace of her has been found and no confirmed sightings after the hike. So this one was on the news too. And this one was pretty strange. And this one, I'm thinking there had to be portals involved.
I think I've heard about this one too.
With this one, she's hiking with a guy friend of hers. And the guy friend was just ahead of her, just a little bit. And they were coming around to a rounded corner, and he looked back to see where she was, and she was just a little bit behind him. And he kind of sat there and waited for her a little bit. He then ended up rounding the corner because she was catching up and was almost to him. He rounded the corner, couldn't see her for just a minute. She never came around the corner after him. So he ended up coming back around to see what's taking her so long. No trace of her, like nothing, like she was never there.
So, possible theories: eaten by a bear.
The bear would be there still. There'd be blood. There would be a battle going on. You'd hear the bear. This is just like maybe from me to the door.
It was one of those ninja bears.
Ninja bear, possible. That is possible. But
she lives with Bigfoot now.
They're known to be extinct from what I know.
She lives with Bigfoot now. Bears
also,
ninja bears are extinct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bigfoot also
ninja bears, you wouldn't know they're very good at hiding. They're very sneaky.
But they are extinct from my knowledge.
Okay. So next theory, then I guess she lives with Bigfoot now,
or also flying a spacecraft
with the other person, with Carl.
Yep. Because so where she her work involved advanced aerospace materials. So you got one guy that knows the propulsion of things. She knows the materials of what things.
He was mapping the
of.
Milky Way, so he knows where to travel, and she knows how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
or how to build the roads.
Those are the ones that are missing, not dead.
This is true. No, Carl was murdered.
Oh, yeah.
What was the other guy? The guy that we thought was blown up in his Tesla.
Oh, yeah, but also, remember, that could not be his body.
He was studying propulsion for spacecraft.
Mm-hmm.
So all these people together, they're all flying together, living with Bigfoot. Well, because
there's still more, too. We're only halfway through this.
We're only halfway through? Okay, so let's go to Anthony Chavez. His employer was the Los Alamos National Laboratory. Some of the strange details regarding his disappearances. He disappeared from his home in New Mexico, and no confirmed sightings afterwards.
Flying spacecraft.
Okay. With Bigfoot.
And you have Melissa Casillas. She disappeared shortly after dropping off lunch for her daughter. Her car was later found, but she was not. Her disappearance remains unsolved.
Also flying a spacecraft with...
Has to be.
So next up, we've got Steven Garcia. He worked with the Kansas City National Security Campus, which builds nuclear weapons components, and he disappeared without explanation in 2025.
Then you got William Neal McCaslin, former commander of the Air Force Research Laboratory, disappeared in New Mexico in 2026. McCaslin has overseen highly classified aerospace research programs. Some UFO researchers claim he was connected to classified propulsion research. No evidence of foul play has been confirmed. I believe he was the high-ranking commander who had been involved in a lot of this stuff, who had a lot of clearance, but then retired.
Okay.
And it was more like he got kidnapped or whatever because of his knowledge and involvement. Because he's been in it. He's been in the game for a while.
So next up, we got Jason Thomas. He disappeared in December of 2025. His body was discovered months later in a lake. Authorities say there was no evidence of homicide, though details remain limited.
This one is a very sad one, and this guy, David Wilcock, he's on Ancient Aliens. He was one of the hosts on there a lot. He had the blonde hair that came down off the sides.
Pretend I know who you're talking about. I don't watch this show.
If you Google,
I know the big hair guy.
Big hair guy and then the blonde hair guy.
Okay.
Anyways, he was a well-known UFO and ancient civilization author and a researcher. He publicly warned about the growing number of missing scientists, and he had a lot of internet reels and videos right before he disappeared, or not disappeared, but suicided himself.
Yeah, well, that's how suicide works.
Well,
it has to be yourself.
It was, yourself. He kept saying on his videos how he's happy to be alive still with all the stuff that's happening to people right now. He was telling people a lot of real stuff that's happening and trying to get people to wake up and see what's going on. And, he was getting death threats. He even said directly from the Rothschilds, directly from them, threatening his life to shut up and stop telling people things.
Interesting.
And he was naming names. He was telling people who's what and all this stuff. And he talked about all the death threats he would get, and he's still trying to get people to wake up and see things for what they are. But check him out. Check out his videos. He has a lot of cool stuff. Plus you'll see him. He's on Ancient Aliens a lot. But there was a couple other ones that just happened that I didn't get the info on them. But yeah, so far about 15, 16 of them in total.
Well, you just listed 14.
14, yeah, I know, 14, but
there's a couple more.
There's a couple more, and I think those two disappeared at the same time just recently.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 in total.
16 in total.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the common strange patterns that people are pointing towards. Investigators and observers have noticed a few repeated elements across all of these cases. Many worked in sensitive research, including institutions like NASA Jet Propulsion, Los Alamos National Laboratory, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. These labs often dealt with nuclear weapon research, space propulsion, advanced materials, and fusion energy. So they're all tied together in what appears to be space
operating a spacecraft.
operating space exploration.
Building and operating.
Well, not just that, but space exploration, because you have to do the mapped out the Milky Way, right?
Yes.
So building, operating, and exploring space.
Navigation. Yep. Yeah. Your navigator, your repair and builder, and your driver.
But we got Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos who built the penis rocket, and that's okay.
Those are a joke. They're just laughing at us. They're just like,
they're like, look over here. Look over here. Look at the penis rocket. Look at the penis rocket while these scientists are disappearing.
And
they may be in on it. I don't know.
The disappearances all involved unusual behavior, like leaving their phones and wallets behind, disappearing during routine activities, and vehicles found abandoned or destroyed.
No, that's just normal for people.
Totally normal. Did you see me still?
Yes, it's fine. I can see it. No one knows what you're talking about.
Unless they're watching, because they're checking
live on Spotify or YouTube. We're not live.
Okay.
No, that is weird though. That, like, the majority of these people, their vehicles get destroyed. Everyone's just dying in car crashes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
After driving around their neighborhood for hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Not weird at all.
Very.
We're at time cluster.
Yep.
Many incidents occurred within roughly a 3-year window from 2023 to 2026. And keep in mind, we're only like 5 months into 2026.
Yeah, and
there's already like 2 or 3 of these.
I would say the majority of them happened within the last 3 months.
So with it being within this certain time frame here, it's leading to a lot of speculation about a pattern.
Yeah. So, and the deaths involved violence. So some were murdered or shootings, not accidents. This is one reason the federal authorities began examining whether any of these connections exist.
Now, some current investigations believe that some of these cases are unrelated accidents or crimes. They also believe that some of the appearances may be unrelated missing person cases, or that the others just remain unexplained altogether. There is no confirmed evidence linking them to UFO programs or alien technology, except for the fact that they were all working on UFO and alien technology.
Yeah, exactly.
No evidence except for they were all working on it.
Except the evidence that they all worked on the same shit.
Jeez Louise.
So, with that being said, and with you have observed for yourself some weirdness in the sky, are you more, and with the government coming out and saying, yeah, it's true, are you now like, okay, can you accept it? Can you accept that there's weird shit?
I've accepted it a while ago. I've admitted that a while ago, that there's other things out there. It would be very naive of anybody to believe that we're the only life in the universe or the galaxy or whatever. It'd be very naive. I mean, if you look at like Mormon theology, right, they talk about other planets like this one in Mormonism, right? So even in my religion that I was a part of growing up, taught us that there are other planets with people on them. So it would be very naive for anybody to be like, nope, we're the only ones. However, having said that, my stance is I still believe in the Nordics. I'm very iffy on the Greys, even though those are the ones the most commonly reported. But there are some, maybe the avians I'm kind of leaning towards. I mean, there's so many different alien races or species or whatever you want to call them. But my thing is like what I talked about in the last episode. I'm more focused on what's already on the Earth.
Reptilians.
Well, see, the Nordics are already on the Earth. The reptilians possibly already on the Earth, disguising themselves as people.
I think reptilians made the Nordics.
It's very possible. I don't know. I'd have to research a little bit more. If only I knew someone that knew a lot about aliens. Nicole.
Let's have her on the show.
We should have her on our show. I was actually talking about having her on doing like a cryptid
reptilian. We should do a reptilian.
I was going to do a cryptid battle royal. See who would win in a fight.
We could do a reptilian battle royal.
We could. Multiple reptilians. So my thing is like I'm totally okay with the fact that there's other races or alien species or whatever you want to call them out there. When they land and I'm able to talk to them, y'all care about them. But as for right now, like they're there. I acknowledge that they're there, and that's kind of my extent of them. Like I'm not too curious as to why they're here, because I mean, if they're just flying around in outer space, like, hey, here I am, like, cool, land and do something.
I'm wondering if any of this has to tie together with Project Bluebeam.
What is that?
Oh, that could be a whole other episode.
Okay, let's do a whole other episode.
But I'll just give you I'll give you a quick rundown real fast.
Give me the cliff notes.
It talks about a government psyop planned fake alien invasion.
Okay.
Yeah. Wild.
You remember back in the radio show days.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was based on a book, but there was the whole War of the Worlds thing going on.
Yeah.
Where the radio stations didn't really like announce that it was a show. So people were actually like panicking because they thought we were being invaded by aliens. Do you remember that? That's what Project Blue Beam, what you just described, that's what it reminded me of, is when they aired that radio show back in like the 40s. Oh. And there was like mass panic because they didn't like preface it that it was a radio show. Like they thought it was an actual like national broadcast of like aliens invading the Earth.
Well, I guess according to this, that remote viewer I was telling you about, she had talked about that she was remote viewing into the Alien Federation. There is an alien federation that are the friendly.
Yeah, we call them Starfleet.
So apparently, the Star Trek creator is a
Gene Roddenberry.
He's a high-ranking Mason.
Yeah, come to Essential Talks. We talk about stuff like this.
Man, I would be stuck there talking forever. But that whole thing comes from him talking to and have seen. Yeah. We can go down that rabbit hole, but anyways.
Oh yeah, I've had many conversations about Gene Roddenberry and what he's.
The whole episodes, the whole storyline, and everything were told to him, and he wrote it that way.
I've had many conversations on this, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was true.
From times going on, the future's happening right now.
I think like this was right for Roddenberry. This was what the 50s, 60s, somewhere in there when they were doing Star Trek.
Yeah, 70s, now it's coming to fruition, and it's real stuff. And
I keep making the joke that First Contact is going to be like 2046 or whatever it is, based on the movie First Contact. It's like April of like 2046.
I guess the Federation had told the U.S. government, whoever represents the U.S., that they need to start telling us that they're real because they're going to be coming, and so that's why they're starting to disclose some things.
So the aliens are coming, so we're going to fake an alien invasion?
No, the fake alien invasion. Man, we got to talk about that in another episode because that's pretty nuts.
Okay.
That's some crazy stuff and scary too. Scary and nuts. Scary nuts. That's what you got.
Oh, okay. Scary and nuts now.
Scary nuts.
Scary nuts.
But yeah, I think that's all we got on these guys for now.
Okay.
What do you guys think about this? The scientists disappearing and or suiciding themselves. Do you guys think this is a cover up or is it just coincidental?
Yeah, we would like to know your thoughts. Like he said, you can contact us at evp.pod@gmail.com or on Instagram and Facebook, evp.pod. After you do that, go to our affiliate link. Or before, either way, check out our affiliate link to ghoststop.com, buy some ghost hunting gear, and do the ghost hunting. We do it.
Yeah.
You should do it too.
Sayonara, suckers.
Peace out, butterflies.